Welcome back to another music video roundup. I've been quite busy with another format on this channel where I took a look at one of the OG music video directors of the 90s and 2000s. Check it out here if you like. Anyway, I've been dying to talk about this video for quite some time, and finally the same creators released another music video which pairs really nicely. Let's get into it. Trust me, this is no clickbait when I say director Lauzza's video for Fimiguerrero's single MVP is definitely one of the freshest videos of 2024 for me.
Yeah, I'm the MVP like I'm current.
Most of you will instantly recognize this big throwback to NBA Street on PlayStation 2. I was always more a FIFA Street guy, to be honest, but it's incredible how meticulously they recreated the world that so many of us know from their childhood and teenage years.
Posters, but I never did a dunk IRL. This ain't 2K.
Nostalgia bait is a big thing in any industry nowadays, and many iterations are absolutely boring and pure cash grabs. This video is the opposite. I was basically continuously shaking my head out of admiration. There's just so much talent coming together here. If you check out Lauzza or the VFX artist for this video, Super 007, I can't believe I have to say this name out loud. If you look at their other work, specifically the latest TikTok, you're not only getting a great glimpse into the behind the scenes, you also instantly understand why they are so good at what they're doing. They have an extensive history of experimenting, finding their style and getting the reps in. Take Lauzza's music video for Natanya. It's a year old now, but you can see how committed Lauzza is to a style that merges live action footage with video game aesthetics and physics. No wonder he and Super 007 get along. His TikTok is full of videos like this.
Anything else is like going to the store, taking the disc and walking out the door. It's called thieving, stealing, taking what's not yours. Is that really where you want your life to go?
He seems to practically live inside Garry's mod. For those of you not familiar, Garry's mod is a sandbox game that lets the player basically create their own world, spawn objects, etc. that you can then animate later. Clearly, Lauzza and Super 007 are a match made in heaven. And not only these two are, another integral part to the Lauzza powerhouse is Sabdog, sometimes creative director, sometimes in the VFX department. Another video that just came out proves this vision further, on which they also all work together. Check it out.
This a vision, not a dream. What you want, got a Prada Rosen. This a vision, not a dream. What you want, got a Prada Rosen. This a vision, not a dream.
In YT's video for Prada or Celine, Lauzza and co are going deep into referencing Just Dance on Wii to direct this hilarious take on not really wanting to dance but doing it for your date.
What you want, got a Prada Rosen.
Can't lie, don't think this one's for me.
Again, the nostalgia bait here works so well because we all can relate to that feeling of potentially embarrassing yourself, especially when you take the dancing out of your parents' living room. I think I have to say this again here. I have not seen this done by anyone else. Especially committing and excelling at the specific style is incredibly hard and difficult these days, but it's key to make your work recognizable. They're nailing a few key things here that really make you feel like you're playing these music videos on a PlayStation 2. There's a strong primary grade with reduced color bit depth. Your average device today can display millions of colors. Key characteristic of what is now considered retro games are fewer colors. Reduced frames per second in the live action footage. Normally you have 25 frames per second, resembling cutscenes or other in-game animations. We have these fake gameplay animations. The overlay here looks very similar to the actual gameplay in Just Dance on Wii. We have a selected player animation here, and we have a game menu animation on top. The video fits so well to the overcranked bassline on MVP, as that is what it would probably sound like out of your shitty speakers on your PlayStation Portable. Also huge props to the thumbnail design here, which makes it look like a proper PlayStation 2 game. These lot definitely thought everything through here. Then there's a couple things that specifically resemble the aesthetics of the 2000s. The primary saturated colors and cartoon splash animations really make you think of Apple's iPod commercials, which are formative for the whole era here. There's actually one with Eminem that looks very similar. Great fun fact if it's true, this iPod Nano commercial was one of the first widescreen aspect ratio videos on YouTube in 2005. Then we have lots of different brush textures that reference painting and graffiti. This is one of the major keys to this whole look, layering texture over texture over texture. Then we have dynamic lyric animations, which are also a huge nod to the YouTube landscape in the 2000s. Lots of the videos back then were basically simple and unofficial lyric videos. They also have an unofficial Lola and Bugs Bunny cameo here, mixing and matching live action footage with cartoons has a long tradition in Disney films. For example, Space Jam, which obviously was a huge reference here. This deepens the world that Lauzza and the rest are creating because it reaches also outside the world of gaming. So even if you have never played these games, there's enough cultural significance for most of an audience. Both videos do an amazing job at what they set out to do: recreate the vibe and look of video games that are now basically 20 years old. I know for sure that 2025 is going to be a very exciting year for all of these guys, as the artisan budgets are probably going to get bigger. I can't wait to see how their style and technique develops. Make sure you check each and every one of them out and go watch the videos. They're so much fun. And most importantly, stay tuned for the next music video roundup.